Like such a bad, just such a bad thing happened. That
I got one more crazy one for you. So, do you remember when Tyreek Hill got in all the trouble?
Yeah, with the kid and all that stuff. Or which time? But yeah.
Yeah. So, so basically, KCTV5 said that they were going to air a story about. Not a lot of people know this really. They know that we're the station that basically got Tyreek Hill out of trouble, but not a lot of people really know the details. I never really told people this. So Tyreek Hill had been accused of hitting his kid and all that.
Yeah.
And KCTV5 did like a real sensationalist story where they took a 12-minute audio that his girlfriend or fiance had, and they edited it to 7 minutes to basically make him look like a hood rat to beat the shit out of his kids, to make him look like the biggest piece of shit possible. So we come on the next day. I remember we all gathered around because KCTV5 was running these commercials. We're gonna coming up next on the 5 o'clock news or 6 o'clock news. We're gonna tell you why the Chiefs need to get rid of their star wide receiver. So it was like, fuck, we need to see this if we're a sports radio show. So we watch it. We all gather around this little tiny black and white TV, and it's. Do you remember the story on KCTV5?
I remember because I was at the fucking gym. And I remember I was just working out, and I heard some guy go, fuck! And I turn around, like, literally, fuck!
Yeah.
And I was like, that's about the Chiefs. Like, I just knew. I was like, fuck. And I look over, and I see Tyreek Hill abuse his son or whatever.
So it was bad news.
No.
It was bad from...
I was like, no.
It was bad from a human perspective. It was bad from a football perspective. It was just bad.
Yeah,
for the bad look for the city, all that shit. And so that happened. And so... we come on the radio and basically knowing what we know, hey, you got to kick this guy off the team. He's a piece of shit. You know, you can't have an abuser on the team. I don't care how good he is. You know, people took different levels. Some people were, hey, I'm going to wait and see. So anyway, so all this is going on. The Chiefs suspend Tyreek Hill. The NFL suspends Tyreek Hill without pay. Basically, the city hates him, you know, thinks he's a piece of shit. Well, funny enough, I go get something for lunch. So this happened for about... KCTV5 ran their story. For the next 2 weeks, we're talking smack. Everybody's talking shit. Everybody hates Tyreek Hill. He's suspended by everybody. I go get lunch. I come back. In the parking lot, there's a dude in his fucking minivan who's like staring over at me. You know, eventually if you make eye contact with the dude for long enough, you're like, what's up?
Yeah.
So I'm like, can I help you, man? I didn't know what his problem was. This guy looks shady as all get out, dude. He looked like he lived in his fucking van. And he's parked at the radio station. He goes, hey, you're on the sports radio show, right? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, all right, man. And he's like itching himself. And I'm like, what the fuck? I remember he had like some weird like red mark. Just a weird scenario. Older guy.
Yeah.
And he's in this weird shady minivan, bro. And he goes, man, they're railroading him, man. They're fucking railroading him. And I'm like, who are you talking about? This guy's like crazy.
Yeah.
Doesn't introduce himself, any of that shit.
Yeah.
And he goes, Tyreek Hill, man. They're fucking railroading him. He's innocent. And I go, I think this guy's like a crazy old man. And I go, oh, really? I'm like playing the game now. And I'm like, is he? I go, you a Chiefs fan? He goes, not really. And I'm like, well, that's weird. I go, who are you? Who are you? And he goes, oh, I can't tell you that. And I go, well, what the fuck you doing here? He goes, I can't tell you. And I go, well, if you can't tell me who you are, and if you can't tell me what you're doing here, I'm gonna get back to my show. You know, I gotta get back to work, my show. And he goes, all right, man. He goes, just listen. Tyreek's innocent. They're fucking railroading him, man. And I go, but how do you know this? And he goes, over there, underneath the trash can, I left a flash drive. And I thought he was going to say there's like a fucking bomb or something. This crazy motherfucker. So my stupid ass is like, really? And he goes, it's the full unedited Tyreek Hill audio. And I'm like, there's no chance this lunatic has the full unedited Tyreek Hill audio. So I'm like, and who are you again? So that's that. He leaves. I'm like, that was fucking weird. I walk over to the trash can. I look underneath it. There's a fucking flash drive there. My naive ass is like, fuck it might blow up. I'm going to pick it up. I pick it up, take it upstairs. I go to my boss's office, and I'm like, Spec, you're not going to believe what just happened. Tell him the same story I just told you. He's like, what? Makes me tell him twice. I'm like, crazy guy, minivan, says it's the unedited audio. So for all we know, it's like the opposing radio station, like trying to sabotage us.
Right.
It's like gonna fuck up all of our computers or something.
Right, yeah.
For all we know, we're gonna put it in, it's gonna fucking blow.
Yeah, it's gonna wipe everything.
Who knows, dude?
Like these cocksuckers.
Some crazy guy brought it over, and so we sent it. We go to our IT guy, and our IT guy, he can't verify it, and make sure that it's okay. So we end up. It like takes weeks, bro, and we send it to an end. So we try to get Tyreek's. So my boss listens to it, and it is the audio,
Right.
and supposedly it is the part that was also unedited. So it was the whole audio, like the guy said.
Right.
So it's like, what the fuck? Why'd this guy bring this here? What's this guy's vendetta? What's his story? Like a crazy cheesehead? How did he get his hands on this?
Yeah.
Nobody had their hands on it, dude. The only people that supposedly had their hands on this audio were Tyreek's girl, who had the audio,
Right.
and the Overland Park police. So we tried contacting her, we tried contacting the police, we tried contacting the DA, we could try contacting the NFL. We want to get this shit verified.
Right.
That it's the full audio, because we want to play it on my radio show.
Right.
And nobody can verify it. So we wait fucking weeks, dude. We contacted the FBI trying to get it verified, dude.
Oh man,
That's why it took so long.
crazy.
We finally sent it to an independent verification radio place. We paid $5,000. My radio station does, not me. And my boss is like, okay, we're good to go. So it's like a random Tuesday, and we get the clearance. Okay, you can play it. So we play it. We play the unedited Tyreek Hill audio, which basically cleared him.
Right.
It made it look like, didn't make it look like, KCTV5 was trying to sell the story.
Right.
They edited 12 minutes down. Complete the first rule of journalism. You got to tell the whole fucking story.
Yeah.
So, I mean, dude, not only did this become the #1 trending story in the world on Twitter, KCTV5's in fucking trouble.
Right.
That text line I was telling you about, we got 10,000 text messages. Dude, fuck KCTV5. The viewer they're at it. The next day, the Chiefs reinstate Tyreek Hill, and then 2 weeks later, they give him a $70 million fucking contract.
Oh my God.
So I'm still waiting for the minute that it's just me and him in a situation like this, and I'm gonna be like, bro, all I want is a weekend in Vegas with me and my girl on your dime, and you take care of the room and the food.
Right,
And we'll never
I
fucking speak with.
I saved your ass.
Because your
man.
summer was shitty as fuck before I came, right? And,
Right,
and it's
dude.
crazy because it's probably like the most important thing that I've done. The people that know about it are like, dude, you won us the Super Bowl.
Right.
You brought back Tyreek. Because if I, let's just, I'm not saying that I went out of my way. The crazy guy's the one. Whoever
Right,
the fuck he was.
crazy guy is really the guy.
But whatever,
who
whoever the
fucking
fuck he
stayed in
was,
Vegas.
whoever he was, and
Oh
whatever
my
happened,
God.
however I got
can't
that.
tell you that, man.
Yeah. However I got this shit in my hands ended up being the wildest, craziest, like.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
If that story doesn't go viral from this, I don't know what will.
So yeah.